It's Tim Albright with AVNation with the road to InfoComm. InfoComm 2024 happens the 12th through the 14th of June in Las Vegas. And with me to discuss control concepts are my good friends, Brittany DiCesare and Steve Greenblatt from Control Concepts. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So a couple things. This one's going to be different. Typically, when we talk to Steve and Brittany, they've got a class of some sort about leadership. They're obviously going to be talking with vendors about how to make, quite frankly, end users' lives better and integrators' lives better. And we'll get to that in a second. But about a month ago, Brittany and Steve put together an article, first ran in Commercial Integrator. They were nice enough, and we put it on AVNation as well, about a healthy approach to trade shows. And this is something that's very near and dear to my heart as somebody who quit drinking about a year and a half, 2 years ago. If you want to know why, you can grab me and buy me a coffee and I'll tell you the long, stupid story. But Brittany, I want to start with you on this. When you guys started formulating this idea and really kind of wanted to bring it to the community, right? To the community of the AV industry, you know, what was the strategy behind it and kind of your decision behind, you know, going to a trade show, right? Without drinking.
Yeah. I'll start by saying I never thought that it would catch on like it has. And I'd have so many people ask me questions about it. But for me, it was really just about myself and making sure that I feel great as I can when I'm overtaxing myself at a trade show. And one thing you probably hear me say a lot in the presence of Tim is I'm an introvert, and trade shows are the most taxing thing that I put myself through every single year. And I had started noticing just personally in my personal life that as I was drinking, I wasn't really feeling great. I have reasons for that, and decided I'm just going to cut back and see. Yeah. And it was really just for me, and decided, you know, we're going to go to an event and I'm just going to have a seltzer or a water, because I'm sorry, if you're in Vegas, you need more water. Amen, you're not sister. Going to get enough. Yeah. And so I really just wanted to approach it as I want to be my best self. And this is my one opportunity every year to be in front of as many clients as possible and representing my company in the best light. And for me, I needed to make sure that not only was I prioritizing my meal options, water intake, but I didn't want to overburden myself and not sleep well. So it really just started, you know, looking out for myself. And Steve started catching on and picking up on it and decided, well, I'm going to try this. And it's kind of caught like wildfire. And it's been great to see so many people rally around this and really decide, you know what, just because we're together doesn't mean we have to overburden and overtax our bodies with excessive things.
Well, Greenblatt, I want to bring you in on this because Brittany's right, and I have the advantage of having heard this story, right? But talk for a second about what kind of led you to this, and then ultimately to the article.
It came to me organically, and you know, it was just, you know, Brittany and I spend a lot of time together when we are at events, and you know, we tend to eat the same meals. We tend to do the same things. So you get to know somebody really well, and you know, you of course get accustomed to their habits, and we really work as a team. So it was something that I saw her doing, and I wanted to support her. And then once I was supporting her doing it and talking about it a bit, I came to realize that this makes a lot of sense. We're not sleeping as much as she said. You're taxing your body. And then, you know, for me, I like to exercise in the morning. I'm probably not going to have time for that, but why make it worse by putting things in your body that your body isn't used to having? It's not like I have drinks normally at home. So for me to go on the road and endure all these things and then have some extra toxins or whatever you want to call it to cause my body to perform worse, it just didn't make a lot of sense. So as I tried it, and I might have one drink one night, but I've come to realize that I feel a lot better, and it's just helped me to perform better, as Brittany said. And this is the time when we need to be at our best.
So, Brittany, one of the things that you mentioned is in the article is talking about a community, right? And one of the things that AV has, we have several communities, right? We've got a community of digital signage folks, right? We've got folks that are higher education with our friends at Hetman and ETC. You guys are developing a community around this healthy AV, so much so that you've got bracelets that you're handing out.
Yeah, we do. So make sure you come and find us. But for us, we really just want people to know that they have like people, and there are people around them that are there to support them for whatever reason they should choose not to engage in drinking alcohol excessively. Or maybe we become some type of like protein bar community. I don't know, because I prioritize protein just as much as I prioritize not drinking alcohol. But we really wanted people to know that they can come and just hang out with us in a space where they might feel uncomfortable. And I unfortunately have had several instances where I've been asked why I would not be drinking. And we don't ask people why they would be drinking. So why are we asking people why they're not drinking? It's all our personal choice. And we want people to feel comfortable being around us and know that they've got someone in their corner for whatever reason they choose to partake.
Absolutely. You guys are also going to be doing actual, not actual work, but work, right?
Yes.
Steve, talk for a second about, you and I have talked about this 1,000 times, but the evolution of control concepts from really being an independent programming house and now a developing house for manufacturers.
A 27-year-old company, and we've evolved over time, and this is based on the talent of our team, the market needs, and also the evolution of the industry. And what we've come to realize is what's very fulfilling about what we do is we help manufacturers make their products easier for programmers to work with. Well, what value does that provide? Well, manufacturers that can offload that task that really isn't their expertise, but yet very important to the sales and the success of their products, and give that to us. And we get to leverage the following that we have of programmers and the community that we come from, and to help them to be more successful. So it's very much a fulfilling role, and we feel like what we're doing is helping to raise the bar in the industry.
Brittany, when you're talking at InfoComm, the 12th through the 14th of June, what kind of conversations are you having with these manufacturers? Like, and I'm not even going to start throwing out. I was going to throw out like API and stupid stuff. I am not that guy. So I'll just blankly ask you what sort of conversations you're having to help them.
Well, we're going to talk a lot about their products. We're going to focus in on controllable products, usually those more complex products as well. But we're also going to talk about support and what their support mechanism looks like for programmers when they have questions. Because a lot of times you're looking at least one, usually more people in a company who are just dedicated to fielding those support questions. And we've been really able to help our manufacturer partners offload some of that and really take on the burden of that, because we understand programming because we were programmers. Yeah. So we really approach it from that perspective. And ultimately, we want our manufacturer partners to always have successful integrations in the field, because we don't want them to ever be questioned as to, oh, this product just doesn't work, simply because they don't have a reliable driver module or plugin.
All right. Again, InfoComm is the 12th through the 14th of June. Mr. Greenblatt, somebody wants to find out more about Control Concepts. How do they do that?
To find out about Control Concepts, just controlconcepts.net, and you can follow us on social at CCI Control on Twitter or X, but also check out our LinkedIn page, because that's really where you're going to get the most value and the most up-to-date information.
All right. And Brittany, if I'm a manufacturer and I want to have a conversation with you, how do I do that?
Well, you can reach out to me at brittanyD@controlconcepts.net, visit our website, or you can reach me on social at BrittDice.
All right, very good. Thank you both so much. We will see them hanging out at InfoComm. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. It's avnation.tv, and follow along as we also head to Orlando, to InfoComm in Vegas, 12th through the 14th of June. All that and more at avnation.tv. It's avnation.tv.